event's been very good, especially with the new launch, the different products that are available. It certainly opened my eyes. We were using another system called which was Cup Lock, and we found that we were coming across a lot of problems. So we looked around at all the different systems and we tried them all. With Layher, we found that it was very versatile, and the backup, the technical side of it that was given to us from Layher is second to none. The speed, our turnover has gone up, but our profits really gone up, and it's definitely down to using Layher. The speed of it, the versatility of it, the maintenance of it, I've found a big thing in the yard. Whereas tubing fittings, it's maintenance with the oil and all stuff like that. And the actual jobs that we've got into because of Layher, we've been able to get into airports, stations, and the food industry as well, which we're really investing a lot of money into.
It's been a major effect on our business. It's give it a more professional feel. We feel that we've got something interesting to offer. More than a general tube and fit and scaffold company.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. It's the first time we've actually come to a Layher event, because we only invested in the Layher probably around a year ago, and since then we've had a good sort of working partnership with them. And yeah, first time we've been here, so yeah, really good event. It's nice to see the other people that have invested in it too, and hearing about how it's helped their company as well as ours. We came up with the opportunity to be able to invest in Layher. We had a job which came at Winchester Cathedral. We decided to go down the Layher route for that particular project, and it turned out absolutely fantastic. We came across sort of issues along the way, but working with Layher, it all became good, and every problem was sort of got over.
We chose Layher because there's no fittings, everything clips into your place. That made it safer to and put up. It also looks extremely smart, everything's flush. And I think that was the main reason, speed of putting it up and the good visual actual appearance of it.
It's been wonderful really, been very interesting. I think it's displayed a lot of the components for Layher and showed some of its versatility. I've put to bed and dispelled some of the connotations and things that people have rumoured that Layher can't do as well, which I found that quite interesting. And it was good to see the way in which it's manufactured. And obviously how readily available it is for us in the UK as well. So that was quite interesting. And obviously the launch of the new product, it's been something that we've been waiting for, and as a customer, as was mentioned, that we've been asking for, so it's nice to see that Layher's responding to the needs of the customer and developing in line with what we need, obviously, to make us successful and give us what we want really. So yeah, it's been really good.
So we chose to go with a modular system product. We looked at lots of modular system products throughout the whole of Europe, and we decided that the support, the technique, the quality, it was Layher that was going to be our product. Today was a good event. We've seen a new product come along, which the market has been crying out for. As TG20 parts 1 and 2 and BSEN 12811 have come to the forefront the last couple of years, a lot of emphasis has been on design. We no longer rely on a 20-year expertise of a scaffolder to build a bridge. We engineers want to know the bridge is capable of standing all sorts of imposed loadings, and we need to be able to quantify that with a calculation and a mathematical equation. We've not been able to do that with tube and fitting. It's been built by experience. What we have now in the new product today is a proven calculation for a beam that is stronger at the moment than most other people's beams on the market. This beam is a market leader. I'm very pleased to see that launched. We've waited a long time, but we know that Layher don't do things quickly. They do it precisely, they take their time, they make sure the calculations do work, and they make sure the product's well tried and tested. So today was a good day for us to see such a new product come to the market. And there are many, many uses for that heavy-duty product.
Today's been exceptional. It's been everything you'd expect from Layher, to be quite honest. Quality product, quality event, quality organised, and that quality shines throughout the whole organisation, whether it's the product and the design of the product or the attitude of the staff that we work with at Deborah. The design we get, the support we get throughout mirrors the quality of today. It's the only system scaffold product we buy as an industrial business, and we look to do 90% plus of our work using the Layher product, such as its versatility in the areas we're working, which can be from the marine industry to oil, gas, refineries, any type of industrial application, and we find the Layher systems very practical in doing that. Over the years we've had the capability or the ability to have changed system had we wanted to have done, and we've obviously investigated other systems along the way, and we've consistently found Layher to be the most flexible and system that will give us the best productivity with many features that some of the other systems don't offer. More recently we've won a sizable contract in the marine environment, which Layher helped us in winning actually. Layher were represented at some of our client meetings in the latter stages of the tender phase, put a lot into that business. There's a real opportunity to use that product, I suspect, in that marine environment, whether it's surface ships or submarines, in large span kind of situations where we can reduce the amount of components that we're moving from place to place. We've yet to see, I hope so, because it's a great product.
But today, yeah, amazing, absolutely fantastic, good turnout. Sean, amazing guy, good presentation. So yeah, pleased to be here.
It's a new product of interest to your business?
Most definitely. That's one of the things the scaffold was always talking about. Obviously with the rings, trying to fix a beam to the ring because of the distance has always been a real pain. So my lads, when I go back today and tell them about the beam with the ring already inserted, they'll be over the moon. Over the moon. And plus, obviously, the bigger thing is strength. Obviously, they do an amazing public footbridge, but you could do probably quite a good span with this as a footway as well. So, yeah, very impressed. Well, I'll tell you a little story. Well, I started off with a copy of Layher, actually. I won't say which company it's from, I'll do that. But and when it comes to the backup, innovation, new extras, add-ons, there was nothing there. There was no backup. The design would take 3 or 4 weeks to come through, and it would be the size of a postage stamp. If I needed some extra materials, I had to buy probably a trailer full to make it worth my while, because it had to come from another country. As where Layher's in this country, we've got an amazing amount of engineers. I'll pick the phone up, the phone's answered straight away, and I 9 times out of 10 get exactly what I want there and then. So this stuff, in a very short time, you can put a gang out there that haven't been doing the scaffolding industry for 15, 20 years and erect a scaffold, a proper scaffold. It's tidy, it's quick. Yeah, best thing since sliced bread for me, and it's opened a lot of doors for my company. You know, I do a lot of rail work, London Underground, Crossrail, Network Rail. We've just done a couple of sites down in Camden in London, and it backed onto a railway track. And we only had, I think it was about 4 or 5 hour possession, where the juice is cut off, so to speak, the track, to get this scaffold up. In conventional tube and fitting, I couldn't have done it. There's no way I could have done it. The Layher up, and I even had time to shrink wrap the scaffold as well. So it was like, and it's just opened so many doors.
We find the return a lot better, although the investment in the material in the first place is more expensive. The labour content comes down, so we find that the overall return is better than the tube and fitting, and of course it's what the customer's starting to specify. Some of the big manufacturers, big contractors are definitely starting to specify system scaffold, and in particular some of them really like Layher.
Well, the reason why I like it is the planning of it. We do have a design package for the Layher, so we can plan a job out, design it. We know that we've got every component in the yard. It's easily picked, it's easily sent to site. It's a clear guidance for the labour to erect to the drawing with all the components, and it leaves a superior product. You know that if everything that's gone out's being used, it's checked, it's all there, it complies. There's no room for error in it. And you know, the statement that they make more possibilities, there is every possibility with Layher to do. You have got to plan it a lot better than tube and fitting, but the end product is far superior, and that reflects in what the customers feedback is to us as well. Every time we start a job with Layher and we sell it to them, the next job always has to be Layher. And I find it a very good system. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the customers that we have now are saying, oh well, this company uses Layher. We'll give them a pipe crossing or a bridge or pedestrian staircases. It closes the market down and it brings them to you because you've got the product. Talking to other customers, other Layher suppliers as well, and other Layher users. And you get good feedback off them. We're always integrating and asking one another, how do you find this? What do you do with that? How's your labour on this? Has it increased? And everyone seems to come out with the same answer. To be honest with you, you've got increased productivity out of labour. The duration of the materials, or what's the correct word for it? The durability of the material is far superior than tube and fitting. And again, a lot of the customers, a lot of the large building contractors are asking for Layher all the time. That's the feedback today. I mean, we're looking around. There's a big wish list, a big Christmas list of what we'd like to have, and we'll get there.
And is the new beam on your wish list?
I'd like a lot of those new beams in. Yeah. I'd just like some work for them to do that type of stuff. I mean, they'd be ideal for railways, stagings, public walkways and bridges. Ideal product, and it's good looking at it. I can see it being used in a good, safe manner, good erection process with all the other components, and they've actually really thought about it. It's not been we need to design a beam and knock it out. It's got everything that's on that beam is utilised. It's good. Yeah.